Hello, hello, hello. Hello, hello, hello. So the kids are here this week. I got this painting. It is. The kids are here this week. Oh, hey, I'm on the other thing. Hold on. What kind of raging? Oh, never mind. I forgot to do this. What kind of raging infections? It sounds scary. All right. So I've got the kids here. And they're extremely distracting. And I am not better. I have all the symptoms are back, some new ones, and I talked to a doctor today because the first time I only did amoxicillin because she was trying to treat something else also. And the new doctor was like, you need doxycycline or whatever the fuck, and plus I'm on this herbal thing. And I still have brain fog is the point of that. I did some readings today. They were okay, but I was crushing before the brain fog came back. That's not going to help me get it done faster for you to sit there and do that right now. So I am just going to do a quick reading for you, and because I was gone last week. And then I'll be back in a couple days with this week's. I started the antibiotics. I took my first one earlier. So hopefully this goes like the last one. And I'm like crushing in 24 hours. But so far, not great. I don't even care about being in pain. Like, I don't give a fuck about pain. I let my teeth fall out. I can obviously handle some physical pain. Just like, please, can I have my brain? But on top of the regular distraction I've got. Hey, do me a favor. Can you turn on the light for me over there? Perfect. Thank you. Go back to your moping around the house. She wants to use the TV, the living room TV. I don't even like to have a TV in the living room. I think it's weird. I think making other people watch your television with you is wrong. Anyway, going to be fixed up soon. Be fine. It's crazy to have your brain not work. No, it's that's Atlantean Man or whatever. Mine has me and Mark in it. I haven't got it put on canvas yet, but I love this one. It's also reminds me of my brain fog. Sorry. I'm not finishing sentences, sorry. I feel like I'm not communicating very well in this live, so can you not right now, please? So I'm probably not going to give good advice, but treat them like a video game. And then they're just like, don't take them that seriously. The less serious you take them, like the less authority you attribute to them, the more hacks you find. I don't take taxes seriously for shit. I didn't pay anything this year and they gave me money. All right, pick a pile, 1, 2, 3. Seriously, she's so good. The one she posted the most recent on her Instagram is me and Mark. All right, pile 1. In some mourning. You're going down into the, it is a terribly boring video game. Relax the holds of darkness and be at cause. Grief. Well, this is like backwards from like YouTube. I'm using this app now. Grief. Ultimately, this is taking you towards your thing, okay? So this is what you're working on right now. This might be what you're glitching on. I'm glitching on partnership stuff so fucking hard. Like, that's where this Mars retrograde is at, and I am like in it. And it's not even real, and I'm just like in it. You're in the sound department. So this is music for some of you. Some of you, this is like, I don't even do anything with sound. There's a whole department from Atlantis that's waking up and remembering, because we use sound for everything, sound technology for everything. So some of you are just bringing that knowledge down to earth. 44, I'm supposed to say. They said you guys like the numbers. I've forgot what it was like to just try to, like, everything you do, you're trying to do while children fight 5 feet away from you. Something's going away for some of you that is leading you to this. This can be a job. It feels like a relationship. The person who's really fucking like accepting that this and this don't exist. It's confusing to me that this is backwards. This and this don't exist on the same timeline. And it hurts. Okay. And then some of you, it has something to do with this. Some of you that don't even think about music like that. Sound healing, moving things with sound, moving your experiences, your trauma with sound. All right, pile number 2. Pile number 2, you're really struggling with the abundance model versus the worker bee model. Okay, that's where your glitch is. I don't know why all this stuff's about glitch. This is what you're figuring out during this Mars retrograde energy. Okay, what you want wants you. You literally came here to do it. So imagine that you go into a video game to play a sim that does a thing, And then you get into the video game and you're like, however will I accomplish this? It's funny when you think about it, okay? You're going to let go of all this worrying. All right? The worrying is its own thing. It's its own addiction almost. Self-discipline. This is about disciplining you like to worry, man. You like to have something to worry about. A few of you, it's freedom is in realizing that you enjoy a story around scarcity, but around crisis. Okay? That's not for all of you, but a few of you. The self-discipline here, your idea of what discipline is. A lot of Vega no, energy. We have this idea that discipline is like working hard and pushing to do things we don't want to do. And that's not what it is. If it's something that you want to do, you're going to have a blast doing it. You're going to want to do it all the time. Stop trying to force yourself to do things you want to do. But here, discipline your mind, man. One of you stays up late at night worrying about things that haven't happened, okay? It's really disorienting how it's like the other side. Anyway, God. I miss my brain. Today, think about today and that's it. And then if you're going to time travel, then create something new, okay? But some of you are literally addicted to worrying. And when you realize that, it's going to click for you. All right, kind of the same energy here. If I'm beyond, like this is all the energy, all of these, you guys are trying to move into your thing. And you're all, this is just kind of glitchy, okay? No big deal. Faith in the process, this came up before. Service. You're sent here, you planted yourself here so that you could be of service to others, so that you could change the paradigm. And then you spend a lot of time like, how will I ever pull that off? You literally have the wind at your back, okay? That's what you're here to do. I saw a really frustrating meme that said what it's like to be a starseed in this reality. And it showed them with like a sign, like, we'll give you 7th dimensional information for $7.70. And that really kind of frustrated me because I'm like, that's a made up story. Is it true 10 years ago, whatever? But right now, like you were brought into this game as like the fucking, you're an advanced being in a like lower dimensional game. Just come in here and crush. Struggling, shit's a story. You are entertaining 2 timelines. Okay, this is what this card means for me. Service and survival fears. Okay, when you're focused on how to help others, it's going to click for you a lot easier. And that doesn't mean that don't do anything nice for yourself. But that's one of the quickest ways to like click into abundance. It's like, who do you want to help? How would you help them? Now get the money. And then you'll go, but how? And it's like, you have to get the money. You have to get the money to do it. How do you do it? All right. Sorry, Shane. Nice, nice, nice. I love this feature. Faith is a kind of discipline. Holding your shit together. This came up in a couple readings today. You're going to get things you don't want in reality. And then you get to decide how much do you not want them based on how much attention. When I take a financial hit, which happens all the time, I just don't get, I go limp. That's like my advice. For everything you don't like, just go limp. Go limp in your body and just know that it'll be fine. It'll be fine no matter what. But what happens when we freak out, you know? And like we talked about the attention thing, I did see a thread in the Soberish group or the Alien School group with people talking about, you know, manifesting a house and then getting some disaster or like we talked about that in that tension episode. It's not that you're not being specific enough. It's often the relationship with failure kind of creates these weird things. Also, there's a movie and everything's not, it eventually becomes instant, but you're literally learning how to do something completely different. Imagine you've been riding a bike your entire life and then, and you've ridden a bike every single day. And then now it's like, okay, now that's not how you ride a bike anymore. You ride it by playing this piano. It's like, okay, now I have to learn how to play the piano. That's a terrible, these metaphors are so bad when I have tic dementia. So this is your muscle memory goes one way. So you are learning how to do something completely different. Does the day come where you just go reach out your hand and grab it and everything's easy? Yes, but you don't even know where the control panel is or how it works yet. So it's a lot of experimentation. It's a lot of try and fail, then try again, then see like, oh, this worked. Oh, okay, this worked, so on and so forth. So, and then most of it is just like having fun and like relaxing. But when we contract or we freak out or we pay a ton of attention to a failure, we just get more of that failure. A failure, we just get more of that failure. Yeah, so I just go limp. I used to freak out. I could turn a fucking parking ticket into an eviction in 3 days by freaking out about it. Because I would give it a bunch of it, and then I would like, and there's a ripple effect too. So if you indulge in your feelings, feel your feelings. There's a difference. I don't know how to articulate it between feeling your feelings and creating with your feelings. It's a tension. And it's not you're bad. It's not punishment. It's just the way the mechanism works. And when you learn, like, you know, I don't feel my feelings about financial loss because I'll just get more financial loss. So I just go, oh, okay. And then, and every once in a while, something will happen and I'll contract. And then I go, and now I will not pay for the contraction. It's not about worth or punishment. It's just about, I ordered a contracted reality and then here comes the stuff. And I go, oh, okay. All right. And then I just like, wait for it. I ride it out and then I get back into flow. And then once I get back into flow, I go, oh, holy fuck, all my needs are met. Everything's amazing. I'm giving money away. And I feed the fuck. We tend to be very reserved when we have what we want. And then we are very fucking like emoting when we don't have what we want. So whatever you're paying attention to, I have friends that are in crisis like all the time. And I'm like, I'm not blaming you because I don't give a fuck. And the universe doesn't give a fuck. It's not victim blaming. It's just if our attention is what creates our reality, not our thoughts, our attention, and you are complaining for 6 hours a day, what do you think the fucking matrix assumes you want if your attention is what creates a reality? So if you're just chilling and then the thing that gets you, are you jumping up and down and freaking out ecstatic in gratitude? We have a hard time with gratitude too. It like triggers guilt or we feel like we're bragging or whatever. I've really I don't think that way because I'm very not envious. So I don't think that way. I've offended people who think I'm like bragging. I'm just wallowing in gratitude. Every time that server comes up to the table, I'm like, I love my friends. I love my boyfriend. I love my whatever fucking career. I love this house. I have a pool. 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 I have to shut the fuck up about pool. Trying to create a hot tub. And it's because I'm fucking paying attention to the things I like. Reality doesn't suddenly become real. Yeah, I mean, it's never real. curiosity. I love that. I think we said that in the live last week. I love that idea of curiosity. How do we keep people from blaming ourselves if things aren't going well? So that's where the self-worth, and then when I think you messaged me about the self-worth thing, there's a lot going on here. So you have the lack programming. You have this good, bad, right, wrong, light, dark programming. That's garbage. There's no such thing. Christianity taught us, oh, you have to earn things. And, I talked to friends that are like, or people on readings that are like, hey, could you put on headphones or something? I'm like swimming upstream with brain fog right now. Lilith? There's so many rooms in this house. Why does it have to be right there? Hold on one second. Lily. Can you do that in my bedroom or something? I can't hear. I can't think, baby. My head's not working. Okay, so there is no earning anything. There is no, I wonder if this is what the Bible was talking about, like trying to explain the grace of God. Like it just doesn't give a fuck. Obviously. Look at the people that have things. Like it is emotionless. It has no judgment. It doesn't care about if you're good or bad. None of that exists. And so we have to stop judging ourselves. So have fun with it. Just have fun with it. Also, take your hands off the steering wheel. I think all this manifestation talk has everyone looking at it really hard, judging themselves for what they've created and not created. You've like planted the seeds, leave it. Just go do something else. And then it'll click, it'll come back. Wow. Yeah, there's a lot in here to work through. Yeah, fucking mine either. Hey, I just sent her to the other room because I'm trying to get. It really does. Like if you just like lean into gratitude. And there have been times when I was trying to get a hold of this that you're like, I don't have anything to be grateful for, but if you find something and just focus on that. It really is like, I'll give you something to cry about, but not punitive. It's just like, you seem to enjoy suffering. And so I kind of don't pay attention to it. I mean, like right now, there's a voice that's just like, what if you finally started to do this thing and then your brain got eaten by a tick, and what if this is just the way it is, and that you know what I mean, you're not going to be able to book readings because you're not going to know if your brain's going to work, and you just got taken out by a tick. You have so many friends that got taken out by a tick, blah blah blah. And I'm just like, yeah, and I'm just going to take more, like, I'll just deal with it if that's what happens. But for now, I'm just going to take it as, I'm going to get more in touch with my body and I'm going to relax more and fuck it. Like, I just don't 5 years, for the love of fucking Christ. I'm trying to get this live stream done. I'm on the internet right now. God, what was I talking about? Was I just talking about how, yeah, anyway, it sucks, but I'm really not like, I'm just like, what do I need to do the thing? And then just accepting it as like, okay, I'll figure it out and, or I won't, but I just like, it's not getting a ton of attention other than like what I have to like, I have to read a book about it, but I'm not emoting about it. It's just what it is. So, it wants to turn into a whole fucking story and freak me out about how everything will collapse and what if I can't do this and what if blah, blah, blah. And it's like, shut the fuck up. Just go limp. I don't know how much more of this I can do right now. Sorry, I'm like trying really hard to focus and they're gonna take turns doing this and Um, in a couple of days, I am anticipating I'll be out of this fog. It's also addicting. Like gratitude's also addicting. You know, we've had it programmed out of us. Like it's more socially acceptable to be in a state of like complaining or upset or outraged. Not that there's not a place for all of those things. And obviously this applies to like personal manifestation hacks, not things to throw at people who are suffering. Yeah, beliefs create reality, not thoughts. You watch like The Secret and they have you thinking every fucking transient thought around your head is gonna fucking create reality. It's terrifying. Yeah, I mean, boy, did I get spoiled by them being at their dad's house. All right. So, in summary, this is some pretty heavy energy. The I guess I should get into this a little bit. The heat's going to keep getting turned up for as long as it has to get turned up, and I'm not telling you just to freak you out, but rather just to know ahead of time that, like, you know, the new world is going to be amazing and we're going to help build it, and the old world has to crumble, and everyone has to see that the old world isn't sustainable and that it hasn't been for a long time, and it's not quite going to happen the way that we thought it was going to happen. It's going to happen via awakenings. So in the beginning, I was like, oh no, we just have to suffer long enough to make the billionaires suffer. And that's not what's going to happen. People are just going to wake up to the suffering, I think. And everything's out of balance with the earth, and the earth is not having it. So the earth is going to fucking smash us until, I don't know, it feels like next year. So it's sad, and it's okay to mourn it. She's okay. Ordinarily, the earth would be burning itself and it would be cleansing itself, and water would be going everywhere, like to kill us all, to start over. And she's sparing us right now. But it's going to be okay. But it's really going to be a lot better in January. The shit's going to still go on, but yeah. Yeah, I'm sorry about that. How come it only does it for some people? I have the best internet I've ever had in my life that I could get at this house. But I don't know if it's YouTube or it's this app. So sorry about that. All right. So take care. I'll be back in a couple of days when my brain is a little more clear. Oh, please let it be a little more clear. Mormon and the Meth Head reunion on Saturday night. If you guys are into that sort of thing, it's going to be one of these. The link is all over the place on Mormon and the Meth Head stuff. Thank you guys so much. Have a great night.